Welcome to the Raiders Zone with Sergio. Welcome to the Raiders Zone with yeah.
All right, welcome to the Raiders Zone with me, Sergio. Today we're going to talk about this draft. Everybody and their mama is saying we did good. Shit's kind of weird, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go read a little bit of what Yahoo said because apparently they thought we did the best out of all 32 teams, which is, again, really freaking weird. You know, I've been a Raider fan quite a long time, and we've always sucked. I'm just gonna keep it real. There's a reason we got the first overall pick this year, but let's get into it. So they said, round 1, pick 1, quarterback Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, grade A. You don't overthink this pick. Fernando Mendoza is the type of prospect franchises wait years to find. Elite arm talent, poise under pressure, and a proven ability to elevate those around him. Oops, I just smacked my mic. This selection addresses the most important position in sports. With a player capable of transforming the entire organization, Mendoza isn't just any quarterback. He will be the tone setter for the new era. So I like that they said he'll be the new tone setter, right? One thing, it was, I never really thought about this. I want to say he was a lineman for the Colts. In the championship game, he said he wasn't sure about Mendoza because he didn't know if he had one thing. And that was essentially heart. He said after he got cheap shotted, had his lip bloody, right? He said when he got up and went back to the huddle, he said all those men around him are looking at him, bleeding, right? And they're like, all right, we'll die for you. You know, they seen that. And players love that. Aside from everything else, I mean, God, he seems like the perfect guy. 6'5", 236, says all the right things. However, after one day in Vegas, he said, let's fucking go. So maybe those memes where they got him bearded up, fully tatted out after 100 days might not be wrong. Because from what I can tell, he said it once after he won a championship. And then when he got to the Raiders, it's not looking good, guys. But all right, you know, enough about that. Let's see what they said about trading Stooks out of Georgia. And these things say Georgia, Arizona. They're with the NIL. I might just start saying college, you know, because I'm like, man, I've watched his tape. He was here. His best season was here. Honestly, I don't know with these guys anymore. They move too damn much for me now, right? But he's a good pickup, right? They said trading Stooks brings range, intelligence, and playmaking ability. He reads the game with precision and has the athleticism to back it up. This pick stabilizes the back end immediately. Stooks is a problem solver for a defense that desperately needed one. Honestly, I think he starts right away. I already think he's better than Isaiah Polamau. We have Jeremy Chin. I don't really think there's really any competition unless some UDFA just sparks. I think he's our day one starter. I don't honestly think there's any competition. Maybe when they go, Big Nick will have 3 safeties out there. Yeah, he'll be out there. But I think he's our day one starter. Our defense is very improved. Now, this pick, I don't know. I wasn't too high on. Kieran Crawford. They gave it an A grade, though. Let's see what they said. Kieran Crawford injects much-needed explosiveness into the pass rush. His ability to bend the edge and close on quarterbacks makes him a perfect complement to Max Crosby. I don't know if he'll be starting yet. The fit-in impact is great here. Crawford doesn't need to carry the load. He just needs to capitalize on the attention Crosby commands. I don't know. I don't think he'll start. They might put him in on NASCAR packages or maybe on 3rd and long. But Quiddy Pay's in there. We re-signed Malcolm Kuntz. I don't know. Unless he like really blows it away. He has a quick first step. He does get moving. He just goes. You know, so he could be good. I see him more of a developmental guy. They said he's only played football for 5 years. So, but he does have some good traits. That is one thing I will say. He is fast. He moves. He gets going. Right? He only had 5 sacks, I believe, but he had 40 plus pressures, which is really good. I'm kind of like, don't want to compare him to Max Crosby, right? But Max Crosby gets a lot of pressures but doesn't get as many sacks. But pressures are what causes interceptions, all that good stuff, you know? So we don't need him right away. We traded away Tyree Wilson, but Tyree Wilson is just bull rush. So we'll see. Now this, Trezun the third. I really like this pickup. Let's see. See, they gave it an A+. Great. This might be the best value pick of the entire class. I don't. I think our next guy is the best value pick of the entire class. Trezun the third brings a physical, no-nonsense style to the offensive line. He also has refined technique and a relentless motor. Protecting Mendoza is non-negotiable. Of course, Zoom provides immediate reinforcement with long-term upside. So, he had a 96.8 PFF pass blocking grade. The highest ever in the PFF era. That's elite. Is it going to transit to the NFL? Most likely. Knock off 10, 15 points. And that's what he'll be as a rookie. I think he'll start. His only problem is his run blocking is boom. But with Tyler Linderbaum next to him, and Tyler Linderbaum's top 3, number 1 run blocking guy, they can like help each other out maybe. I think it'll work. I am extremely excited about this guy. And I believe just with having Rick Dennison, Andrew Noko, all these guys, our team, our offensive line is going to be much improved. Even if we kept the same guys we did last year. Without these new guys, it'll just be much improved. I have never heard of a team getting together without the coaches so they can learn and just try to figure out what works for them because the coaches are that bad. Welcome to the Raiders. But all right, man. I think he's going to be a really good pickup. If Fernando starts, we're going to have a wall for him. All right. Now, this is probably my favorite pickup, right? Round 4, pick 101. We traded a 7th and 102, right, to go up to 101 with the Bills to make sure we grab this guy. Jared McCoy at 101 feels like theft. It should be. Like taxation. It's theft. He should not have fallen this far. Despite missing time due to injury, his talent is undeniable. Length, speed, and ball skills. He has everything you want in a modern corner. This pick is pure value. If McCoy returns to form, which I believe he will, the Raiders have landed a top-tier talent well below his expected range. I mean, this is probably my favorite pick after Mendoza, right? We traded Max Crosby. He came back. We, in my mind, still got an extra first-round pick with McCoy. If McCoy, he is a first-round talent, bar none. So if he can stay healthy, big if, right? I get it. I understand it. That's why he went in the 4th round. But if he can get back to form and be healthy, he's also young, right? If he can get back to form, whether it's this year or next, they got to decide if they want to have a surgery or not. Him and Eric Stokes will do pretty good. He's good in man. He's good in zone. He's sticky. He gets the ball everywhere. He will be a day 1 starter if healthy. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see what they want to do. Where is he at? I just know he's extremely talented. Now, the other pick in the 4th round, Mike Washington Jr. See, this says Penn State. His best season was with the Razorbacks. They're like, oh, the Raiders have a history of drafting Razorbacks. It's just Darren McFadden and him. Good history, I guess. I guess history starts somewhere. Maybe next year we'll get more. But all right, they gave him an A grade. Mike Washington Jr. adds versatility and physicality to the backfield. He can break tackles, he contributes in the passing game, and provides balance to the offense. He has the ability to support Mendoza immediately while adding another layer to the offensive attack. Genty's our number 1, obviously. But this guy has a different mold. He's faster. He's not shifty. Genty's so shifty and he can move. But this guy ran a 4.33 40. He can move. He can catch the ball, right? And in Clint Kubiak's scheme, which is a outside zone. You're going out. This guy, he didn't do too much inside. But when this guy went out, when he went out, he has wiggle. He can go, he's not bad. But where he does the most damage is outside. What are we going to run? Outside zone. I think he would be an excellent complement to Ashton Genty. I say he gets 500 to 750 yards this season, and probably another 100 to 300 through the air because he can also catch the ball. We just got to work on his pass protection a little bit because, we need Mendoza upright. All right, now we get to the 5th round. Now, for me, the 5th round and on, you draft for traits. Usually, these guys don't start, but you can develop them with good coaching. Yeah, people will be like, oh, Puka Nacua, or, Max Crosby was a 4th rounder, right? Yes, you obviously can get great players in these rounds, right? Tom Brady was a 6th round pick, right? But for the most part, 5th round on, they're developmental guys or guys with, you find good traits that you want, that you can work with, right? So Dalton Johnson, this is the pick that we're like, bye Tyree Wilson, which, I mean, it's alright, I guess. They gave this a C+ grade. Dalton is a depth piece with some upside, but this pick lacks the immediate impact of earlier selection. He provides rotational value and special teams contributions. Yeah, I mean, they said it. Johnson is a solid but unspectacular addition. John Spytek said it in one of his interviews and meetings or whatever they said. He said, yeah, we're going to get safeties. They have 3, right? It's just a numbers game. We're going to get safeties. And he said some of the best safeties come out in the later rounds. He did that just to misdirection, make you look this way. And he's like, 2nd round, Stukes, you come over here, right? Pretty cool. I think it was nice. But this guy, he's just depth. He can get better, right? I don't have nothing. He's like, 6'7". It is what it is. He's depth. He could be better, could be worse. It's pretty cool. He's working with his teammate, Stukes. But yeah, I don't really have much on him. But round 5, pick 175, Hezekiah Masses. Remember with the traits I was talking about? This guy, let me read what they had to say first. They gave it a B+. Hezekiah Masses brings grit, ball skills, and special teams value. He will not start right away. However, he embodies the kind of competitive edge the Raiders are trying to build. True. This guy, to keep it more close to the Raiders, he reminds me of a bigger Jack Jones. He's sticky. He does get flags, but that's because he's on them. He will grab them, which, sure, he can clean that up, right? I believe in our coaches and all that stuff. But he will. He's sticky. He's always around the ball. He had the most passes defended in college football. So, he's boom, boom, boom. He smacks the ball. He's always around it. He gets picks. I think he had 5, right? And it's so much information. 4 or 5. I could be mixing it up. And he ran, I believe, a 4.46 40. So he reminds me of Jack Jones, just a little bit bigger. Same thing. Jack Jones was actually okay in the run game. He's just not big. This guy is he's a cornerback. I don't truly expect cornerbacks to be built like a cornerback and then to just boom hit somebody like that. They're not really built for that. Like any cornerback you have trying to get Ashton Genty, it's not a good time. We've seen it last year. Running backs, wide receivers, everybody, they love hitting cornerbacks. They're small. They have to be. They have to move because they're just following a wide receiver. You got to move, boom, boom, this way, that way. So, I don't know. There is people that play harder, but all right. Now let's go with wide receiver Malik Benson, Alabama. See, another thing. Wide receiver Malik Benson, college football player. They gave this a B grade. Again, I think they did it for his speed. Malik Benson adds speed to the receiver room. He can give the offense another vertical option. While not a complete receiver yet, his explosiveness is undeniable. He will be used as a situational weapon with room to grow. I think he's a little more developed than Dante Thornton was last year. But we have a lot of really fast guys on our offense. Thornton, Tucker, and Benson. All these guys run a 4.3. Thornton, man, if he can learn to catch with his hands out here and not just try to do this the whole time. What is it? 6'5", 4.3 40. You had Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Dante Thornton. That's the list. If this guy can learn to catch, if he spent every fucking waking moment on the jugs machine or running some routes, this guy could be elite. Hope he takes a year to jump. Because right now our wide receiver room, I see the memes, us and the Dolphins, who has the worst one. We have a number one receiver, best tight end in the NFL, Brock Bowers. So we have our number one target option. But I don't know, this guy's fast. I believe in Clint Kubiak's system so much, though. I believe he can get players open. Like Jackson Smith and Jigba. Nobody thought he was going to do what he did. People thought he would be good, but he made him the best wide receiver in all of football. He gets everybody open. A big reason why they won the Super Bowl this year. He just gets people open, right? And then with taking Mike Washington Jr., having Ashton Genty, having Brock Bowers over there, we have lots of playmakers. He will get people wide open. I believe he can do a lot of good with Trey Tucker. But again, this guy's raw. He's fast. Get him in space. Boom. I say he could have about 300 to 500 yards this season on the high end. Maybe I'm a little too high on him, but I don't know. I just believe in Clint Kubiak a lot. Now this guy, this goes against kind of what I was saying earlier, right? Round 7, most of the guys. I think Brandon Cleveland is actually going to start a little more than the other guys. They gave this an A-. Brandon Cleveland is a classic late round upside swing. With his size and raw power, he has the tools to develop into a rotational force along the defensive line. We pretty much we don't have a guy like him right now. When we're running the 3-4 base, which is about 30% of the time-ish, we need him. We need him in the middle. We need his power. We need him to take double teams, so everyone else can do their job. Right now, we pretty much just have only pass rushing defensive tackles. So we'll get there, right? I think he'll start probably 20 to 30% of the snaps, right? He's good. He has nothing really when it comes to pass rush technique, but that's not really what we need him for. We need him to get the double teams, clog up the running lanes, and stop the runner. Oh, I just smacked my mic. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. All right, cool. But yeah, I mean, these are what Yahoo Sports said and my takes on the draft. I think we did excellent with our free agency. I try to say it. My wife tells me I should stop saying it. But god damn it, this year feels different. I know I say it every single year. I say it every single year. I get my hopes up every single year. But god damn it, this year feels different. We winning it all. All right, I got chill. Chill. All right. But anyways, man, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your peeps. Have a good day and night. I'm about to go shower. Toodaloo.